Hello beautiful people of the internet. My name is Sarah and today I will be doing so do it yourself face masks. Because of the pandemic going on, there are not enough face masks to go out to everyone, and even if there is, instead of spending money on face masks, we can make it right here in our own home. I'm glad you clicked into my video because I'm going to be showing you how to make face masks by just using a t-shirt, sewing needles, and thread. That is all you need. If you want any other materials, you're more than welcome to add it, but you do not need anything else for this video. Also, if you've never sewn in your life ever, this is also great for you because I will be going over different sewing patterns that you can utilize to make the mask even more fitting to your face. So if you're ready, let's get started. So like I said before, we're going to be using t-shirts. You can use any cloth or fabric that you do not mind cutting up and you don't ever see again unless it's on your face shaped in a mask form. And you're also going to need some scissors to do some cutting, so make sure they're nice scissors. I got these from Michael's for $1. You need thread, and the last thing you'll need is sewing needles. You can get both thread and sewing needles from the Dollar Tree. It might come in a little kit where it's just one little packet and it comes with numerous things that are used for sewing. Take your t-shirt and the rem that is at the bottom of the shirt, we're gonna cut that off first. This is what we're gonna use to make what hooks on our ears. Cut it as close to the seam as possible. If you're not perfect, it is okay. We can always clean up cutting later. All right. And then we're just gonna set that to the side. I'm just gonna do the mask going this way so that I can get as many masks as possible out of it. And if you want measurements, I'm gonna give you it. It's gonna be about 9 inches long to be safe. It may vary depending on the size of whoever you're stitching it for's head. And then we're just gonna cut. You can keep the edge of the shirt as is, or you can cut it down the side. I'm gonna cut it about 4.5 inches. Again, it may vary depending on the size of your face. And I'm gonna make multiple from the shirt. Take your extras and just put them to the side. So I had already cut another t-shirt to give me my third layer. So this is going to go in between your masks. We're just going to have those ready, and so also put those to the side with everything else. Now you're going to take your thread. I'm going to take about 2 feet off. I don't want my string to be too long and making random knots because it will do that if it's too long and you don't have control over your string, and that will annoy you, so be wary. So you're going to take your needle. If you don't have one of those fancy things where you can stick it through and then pull your thread through your needle, the trick that I do is I literally just lick it and then I just very focus and put it through. So also you need an ending knot so that the thread stays in your fabric. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lick your fingers or dip it in water, it doesn't really matter, just get your fingers nice and lubey. I really don't care, my hands are clean. So I take it, I lick it, and you just glide it down, wrap it around your finger. That's it, just like around your finger. You can roll it off your finger easily, like that. See how I did that? So again, you just wrap it around and then roll it and tighten like that, and you have a knot. Before you start sewing, especially if you have a pattern of some sort, this is very important, you're going to turn your fabric inside out. Match up the corners. Start with one of the long ends, it doesn't matter which end, and you're going to just put your knot through, and then you're going to go over and put the needle back through the same side you originally put it through. So you're going to put it through the side that you're on to the other side, pull it, and then bring it back towards you and then put it through the same side that you originally put it through the first time. So it's not like you're going back and forth, but you're going over and through the same side. Over and through the same side. And you're just going to do this all the way down, so your stitching should look something similar to this. So I actually already have like 4 masks made. just so whenever I go out, as soon as I get home, I can throw that puppy in the washing machine or in my laundry, just depending on what day it is, if it's laundry day or not. They're actually really easy to make. I can make them under 30 minutes. And when you come to an end where we barely have any string left, leave at least 4 or 5 inches. When you're ending it, you just put it through like any other stitch, but when you pull it through, don't pull it through all the way. Leave like a little loop of thread, and then you're going to thread your needle through that hole and then pull. And then you're going to do this about 3, 4, 5 times, depending on how sturdy you want your ending knot to be. And you just repeat it in the exact same place multiple times, and then your thread should not come undone. Ta-da! So this is what mine looks like after I thread it all the way around. And now you're going to do the exact same thing on the other long side. You're going to take your extra piece of cloth and you're just going to lay it over one side. It doesn't matter which side. You're going to take your threading needle and you're just going to attach it to the 4 corners. Only going to do ending knots. So those knots where you don't go pull all the way through until you thread your needle back into the loop. So you're just going to do a couple of these, 3, 4, however many make you feel comfortable. You don't have to sew all the way down. That's just a waste of time. You can see it up close. We're just doing the ending knots. And you just do this to all 4 corners. Now we're just going to flip the mask inside out. So you're more than welcome to take an iron and iron down your edges if you want them to be sharper, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll probably do it afterwards, or maybe not even at all. It doesn't really matter to me. Now we're going to work on the ear loops. So bring back from before, and as you can see, it's kind of elasticy. So if you can't find any elastic because everybody bought it all out, or you just can't afford it, or you don't have the time to go out and get it, don't even bother because you have t-shirts at home. Please utilize them. Reduce, reuse, recycle. This is the best way to do it. For measurement, you probably want to cut at least, let's just shoot for 6 inches for right now. And you're going to cut 2 of those. Now just decide which side you would like to be your front. This is technically my back side. This is the side that's going to be on my face. And you're going to bend it just in half. Put it on the inside of your face mask. And do it really close to the edge of the t-shirt. And you're just going to sew that right in there. Once you get a few stitches in there, just back and forth, in and out, you're going to do your ending knots, fold it in half again, and then you're going to attach it to the other side. After you're done with this side, you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Alright, so we're closing to the end. We only have 3 more steps. Now what we're going to do is we're going to close up the sides of our mask. Put your knot through the inside of your mask just so you can't see it. And the stitching is different because instead of going over, we're going to just go back and forth. So we're going to go in, and on the same side that our needle came out, we're going to go back through that same side. We're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Alright, just so you can see what it looks like, it's not perfectly straight, but then when we pull it, it cinches up at the end. Keep doing that all the way down. Alright, and when you get closer to the end, that's when you're going to go ahead and pull it a little bit tight. Alright, you can make it as tight as you'd like. Okay, so you do the ending knot, and that's what it's going to look like. And you can kind of like slide it down your mask so that it doesn't look so like bunched up all on one side. And there you go. And now we're going to do the other side. On to our final step. Put on your mask. Then take note of where your nose is. You could wear it even like this. You could stop if you are done and you don't want to do any more sewing, but you're almost there, so why not? You made it this far, so we can do it. So what we're gonna do, take a marker and you're gonna take a note of right here and right here. 3 inches, maybe 2.5, depending on how long your nose is. Mine kind of has an arch. You're gonna take it from your farthest end and you're gonna do the same stitching you did on the short side. You're gonna go back and forth and keep it really close to the edge. You're just gonna go all the way, all those 3 inches or all those 2.5 inches, and then you're gonna pull it just like you did for the short ends too. So just cinch it up, your ending knots. You're all done, and now you have a mask. It's not the prettiest, but it's the best I could do with what I had. So you just put it on. And you're ready to go out. So you can see my ears. And you're good to go. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see any more content from me, whether it be dyes or anything from under the sun, consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on that little bell ringer so you don't miss any videos from me. Thank you for joining me today. I hope these masks come in handy and that you make plenty for you and your family members. Please share this video and save a life. Save more than a couple lives. Again, my name is Sarah, and I'll see y'all next video.